I have had many moments in my life where just I was too stupid to know exactly what I was up to. Let's use the positive term of ignorance. I came from a family where everybody was an entrepreneur. Everybody was a self-made business person. My parents, wedding photographers, my grandfather, jewelry store, furniture store. So there's this little funny thing that happened as there I was living up in Virginia at the time, and all of a sudden, as I opened up my business, I started to make things work. I started to get out there, market my services, talk about exactly what I would do. I expanded into teaching and creating programs online, and it's only about a year or two in that suddenly I hear this dialogue that I had never heard before. It's gonna be slow your first year. You don't have any referrals. You don't have any testimonials. People are cautious working with someone new in business. Meanwhile, not to play the game of this, I had the fully booked schedule. So my question to you would be, what would be different if some of those stories that are too easy to repeat? What would be different if some of those stories that are too easy to keep telling yourself were just not true or didn't necessarily have to be true? There's always going to be some narrative about this thing in the economy, this thing with inflation, but now that it's better, it's turning into this over here. So we can often look at those monetary stories and I would say, let's set those off to the side because there's other things we can begin to address. My story is one of, I'd say it is respectful ignorance, which was that moment of just, I had not heard those negative statements. Here's moments where the market changed. Here's moments where things got difficult. Here's moments where the surprise tax bill, the one sale that was the amazing sale just suddenly disappeared. And what would happen differently if that story wasn't there to go, what if it's this, what if it's this, what if it's that? The story behind a lot of what I do is that I began by working as a hypnotist. Someone came to my college, did one of those shows where they bring people up, get them to do funny things. And I just saw that and went, oh, that's cool. I gotta learn that. You know that experience when suddenly you find something and just your mind just wraps itself around it. You become so intently focused on it. And in this journey of opening up the business, being respectfully too ignorant or stupid, to realize that I needed to be afraid of it, here came these moments of looking at it and going, well, what is it that we can do differently? What's the ways that we can create those moments as people, as business owners, as people who are trying to create sales, as people who are stepping into roles of leadership? One of my challenges to you is just to ask that question, what are the ways you can look where you are right now and just ask, how do I not fit in?